went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst not thou go down into thine house? And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel, the law of God and the church of God, and Judah, they abide in tents. And my Lord Joab, the general of the Lord's army, and the servants of my Lord, my fellow warriors, are encamped in the open field. They are at war. Shall I then now go and sit in the couch? He asks. Shall I go and eat and drink and lie with my wife? And he's speaking to a king, supposed to be out at war, but he's seated on the couch. As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. Point number one that we pick from Uriah, that a Christian must have the courage to be singular. That is point number one. That when warriors sit on the couch, the Christian must have the courage to be counted for his singularity when the world considers him a fool. David must have thought, this man is a fool. Why don't you just go and lie with your wife? I mean, you have missed your wife. It has been many days outside. You know, when people consider the story of Abraham, I imagine when Abraham left his home, they must have thought, this man must be a fool. To live, to go to a land, the Bible says, where he knew not, because God had called him. He was a singular man. The Bible, let me tell you, says that the gospel that we have been given today, the Greeks consider it foolishness. Many will lose heaven today because they are ashamed to be considered fools. I'm sure Uriah was considered a fool to be sleeping at the door of the king. Young person right there in campus, many people will consider you a fool to be wearing long dresses to class, while every young woman comes with a miniskirt to class. You will be considered a fool when you do not have that lipstick on your lips. You will be considered a fool when you do not eat the way your fellow students are eating. You will be considered a fool when it is an online exam and you are not cheating. You are not opening another browser. You will be considered a fool when you do not conform to the ways of this world. While warriors remain on their couches, Christians must be true. They must be brave. You must be ready to go for war for the sake of Christ. You must have the courage to be singular. You know, Christ says that, those who will not confess me openly, those I will not count. I will not be as well brave and proud to call them mine own brethren. They will be cast away. The book of John chapter 7 verse 13. Christians must have the courage to be singular. You must be brave and true to your peculiarity. You will be considered a fool, I tell you, when you don't give a bribe when you're stopped on the road. You will be considered a fool when you complete your assignments on. Actually, you will be considered a fool when you attend that class called communication or HIV and AIDS, which you said it is for the masses, because you are singular in your ways. Uriah was a Christian, very singular to his calling, and he remained brave and true while the warrior sat on the couch.